A little-known healing practice that seems to be getting a bit more attention at this time is a healing modality called Emotional Freedom Technique, EFT, or very simply, tapping. One practitioner of this modality is based in the Northwest U.S. George Duisman has been generously dedicating and sharing his time and energies with individuals and small groups working on various issues an individual may bring to him. EFT is itself an evolution from a similar modality of healing. Mr. Duisman has himself made some discoveries in the application of this modality of healing that has led him to become interested in resolving and healing issues related to past lives at this time. His goal is to create a consciousness revolution while empowering a team of committed individuals within heightened senses of intuition and feeling to bring them into service for humanity at this time. Mr. Duisman shares a little bit about the history and how it has evolved into his current work.
Roger Callahan, a clinical psychologist, had worked with a woman named Mary who had a very severe water phobia. He had worked with her for, I think, more than a year. They were 100 yards from a swimming pool, and she was talking about how the swimming pool kind of made her feel queasy in her stomach. Roger Callahan knew that the acupressure point for the stomach was under the eye. So he tapped her lightly under the eye. And she said, "It's gone." And she started to run for the nearby swimming pool. That, of course, was pretty shocking for him to be working with her for so long, and just a simple little tapping under the eye produced complete relief. So he started playing around with his tapping, and he came up with his process, and he called it TFT. He started teaching a few people, and Gary Craig was one of those. He learned it, and then he realized there's some extra complications in the TFT, and he changed those, and he called his process Emotional Freedom Techniques, or EFT. Both of these involve tapping on various acupressure points on the body. That was the main process. The issues that can be addressed with tapping are amazingly broad. It can help with almost anything you can imagine. Anything emotional, anything that has an emotional pain to it, fear, trauma, phobia, and on and on. I'm just blown away by it. And I started learning it and practicing it, and it's really amazing. One of the things that I found out was that tapping on a past life event was almost always extremely quick and effective. And if it was a traumatic thing, tapping on the past life trauma was much less painful and difficult. It was almost like night and day. One of the things I developed was a way to help people tune in to the key past life events. For the people that tune into their feelings, well, it is magnificent. Doesn't work with everybody, at least not yet. One of the first times I did a past life tapping was with a woman who had asked me to help her with her depression. She had worked with 2 practitioners and 6 other tapping partners over many months. She did not get the problem solved. I started working with her. We did some tapping. I could see that it wasn't going to work in the normal way. I asked her to connect with a past life event. And we tapped on one issue, one aspect of it, the depression. Didn't seem to change it much. And I said, there's another emotion there. She said, anger. We tapped on the anger, and she was gasping in relief. She says she wanted to be alone and adjust. Thank you, she said. It was like a 10-minute session, maybe less. That was one of the things that really clued me into the power of tapping on a past life issue. Tremendous amount of time spent with practitioners and tapping buddies and getting nowhere, and then in minutes, tapping on a past life event, got rid of it, bang. Any special requirements to benefit from tapping? No. Anybody can benefit. Regular EFT practitioners help lots of people, all kinds of people. What I'm doing is I'm looking for people that have a special ability, not real special, but a special ability tune into their feelings well. And when they can do this, we can tune into the past life traumas or events that need to be cleared. And it is very, very powerful. Men tend to not be able to tune in that well, and yet they can still benefit from the tapping. What I do in a tapping session now, if I can, when somebody can tune in, is I take and I have this little process that's sort of like a guided meditation. It usually takes 2 to 10 minutes. It's pretty quick. And the people that tune in well, it takes way less than 10 minutes almost all the time. When they tune in to the negative feelings and they have a clear connection with the emotions, we then tap on those emotions. And most times it takes only 2 to 10 minutes of tapping to completely relieve the unwanted emotions. I then ask if they remember any feelings like that from this life. And many times the answer is yes. And they'll often say, whoa, what happened? Those feelings used to really bother me. They're all gone now. That's amazing. The pain's gone. I would like to start a revolution in consciousness. I think that this is so powerful that if I had some people to work with me, people that want to learn the process and help others use it, people that can tune in as another thing, and just, there's probably a lot of different ways to help. But the key, as I see it, is to heal past life traumas. These have been just so quick and amazing and powerful. I've had the 2 people that I work with the most tell me that they went into bliss after one of the last sessions I did with them. That is just part of it. I'd like to find a group of people to work with me so we can make this process available to the whole world. I think we can create paradise here on planet Earth. People can heal all their issues. They're going to be incredibly healthy in mind, body, and spirit. They're going to be extremely loving, understanding with others, be totally psychic, and have brains and minds that work better than most anyone can imagine, and probably much more. We just don't know yet until we actually heal all those pains and traumas that people have.
If you are an individual who feels you have a strong sense of intuition and a strong ability to connect to feelings while also looking for projects to get involved in to help human and global consciousness, you are invited to contact George Duisman. His email address is fullconsciousness@gmx.com. This will also be posted in the show summary.